What's up, all you solar warriors? Hope you're breathing well today. Let's dive into some basic breath work. We're gonna give you guys some techniques right out of this package I'm building on breath work and building pranic and energetic awareness in our bodies. And this is the first meditation. This is a really essential one that I find many of my friends and clients get a lot of value out of, and that is the sacred state meditation. Now, it's very basic, and we can make it as complex as we want because everything just builds off of each other. But yeah, let's just dive into it. So this is the first of 12 techniques that is coming out in this package in the near future. Stay tuned for that. If you guys want to go check out my 10 energy work meditations, advancement into the Merkaba, link in the description for that package. But this next one's gonna be killer. Anyways, okay, the sacred state breathwork, my friends. First off, when we're going into doing breathwork, we need to essentially charge up our body with prana and oxygen, oxygenate the body, and kind of like release our inhibitions, release our mind, fully exhale, fully inhale, and open ourselves, to the Supreme Spirit, to the ether all around us. And to do this, I like to just move a little bit, get loose, right? And take a few deep cleansing breaths, like, and just let it all go. Fully exhale the day, and just kind of open yourself to this container you're about to create for yourself here. Now, to start off with most any breathwork technique, we're going to start off with just some basic breathing, right, to oxygenate the body. And that kind of looks like 33 breaths. I like to do 30 to 40 rapid breathing, kind of like you're running, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Fully in, fully exhale, right? Fully inspire, fully expire the air. So it's gonna kind of look like this. Find good alignment, right? And good alignment, root your hips into the ground. Feel the ground, right? Just like create some basic connections and basic awareness with your environment. And now feel as if God was tugging a string up above your cranium and just kind of pulling and elongating you upright, right? And let yourself fall into still alignment, perfectly stacked in the spine. You see, a lot of our postures, we're either like down here or like, whatever your compensation is within your spine. If we can find still alignment, elongate, root our hips in deeper and elongate, right? Until we can find that balance and then sink into it, right? That's pretty important. I go deeper into that later. But anyways, now that we have that 30 breaths, I'm kind of thirsty, but in and out rapidly like you're running. Right? And then after the 30 breaths, fully push everything out of your lungs as you're near the end, right? And then take a long and very full, very deep inhale that we're gonna hold. And take that inhale as if when you're breathing it down your spine. So it's like, right, going deeper, pushing it deeper. And then when you get to the full inhale, what we wanna do is root lock. Expand the stomach, expand the diaphragm, right? And allow the prana, allow the air, allow our awareness to sink deeper, okay? We want to fully inhale. And when we fully inhale, we compress everything. And after we compress everything, what we want to do is relax, is hold all of it, but allow it to equalize. You see, most of the time when we breathe into these familiar patterns, these familiar pockets, and then the pressure is not evenly spaced. There should be even pressure throughout the entire head, through the neck, through the chest, through like the lower abdomen, the dantian, and the hips, even into your balls and your toes, right? So like take a full inhale, right? Expand everything, pressurize everything, root lock and tongue lock, or just basically like lock that portal out too, and hold everything in this container. Okay, and then allow that container to equalize, to expand further. How still can you become in that space in between worlds? You see, in between the in-breath and the out-breath, you're at the space in between, right? In between the out breath and the in breath, you're at the space in between, and that's where the work gets done, okay? So holding that, try to hold it for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The more adept you get at breath work, and the more you can expand your diaphragm and essentially absorb the prana, chi, and oxygen from the deepest part of your lungs, the longer you're gonna be able to hold your breath. And essentially, like, you get to a point doing this kind of breath work, doing the sacred state breath work and all these different principle meditations, you get to a point where you're doing about, one breath every 2-3 minutes. And it's amazing, it's phenomenal. It helps you in so many aspects, which we can go into later. But anyways, 30 to 40 breaths as if you're running in your nose, out your mouth. Why is that cycle important? When we breathe in through our nose, we literally push chi and prana and air up through all the sinuses. And if you look at the sinuses, quite esoteric there, because the sinuses are like all these pockets of prana absorption throughout the face and the head. And they wrap all the way down and go down your spine. Yes, we literally carry oxygen down our spine through these sinuses, right? And we breathe in through the nose, we're actually hitting a alpha wave breath, right? We're hitting an alpha wave breath because we're breathing it up, we're breathing to the north, we're breathing in air, right? And then when we go out through the mouth, that is like a grounding breath, right? That is releasing everything. So we're going from air down through, to the earth, and then bringing it back and releasing the earth, if that makes sense. It's this circular breathing method that actually gets your mind into a trance, into higher states of frequency. That is to be expanded upon later in this package, but moving right along. That's just the warm-up, okay? And now getting into the sacred state meditation quick. Essentially, this meditation, it can be as basic or complex as you want it to be. But essentially, it is about learning how to bring our awareness into full body awareness and understanding and reprogramming our mind to realize that we breathe with our whole body. We are energetic beings. We are living in an ocean of ether, an ocean of prana all around us, right? The Father, the cosmic light, is flowing in through our cranium and into our solar plexus, into our heart center, right? And the Mother is trying to push up through you with that divine fire, right? And rise to the cosmos. You're right in between. You're sitting in an ocean, this permeating field of ether, right? And essentially the sacred state breathwork is yin encompassing. So every breathwork in this package is usually focused on a yin compass or a yang compass, but within that there's yin and yang, which we're going to get into. So why this is a yin state breathwork is essentially because we're focused on expanding and surrendering. The sacred state breathwork is to transmute turbulence, is to find the center that is so unwavering, that is beyond emotions, that is beyond thoughts, that is beyond all of these lower worlds, and it is a communion with the soul spirit self, right? It's a communion with the more inner self. 30 minutes into a sacred state breathwork, an hour into a sacred state breathwork, 2 hours into a sacred state breathwork, like literally all these inhibitions, fears, everything is leaving you because you're letting go of all these like parasitic thoughts and all these, all this turbulence. It is the master key to transmuting turbulence in the body, in the mind, and in the emotion, finding peace and tranquility where all power resides in, right? So what we're doing is essentially doing full deep breaths. So now getting into the steps. 1, we want to start breathing into our feet, okay? And into our hands. It's full body breathing, right? So we're gonna go in. And when you're breathing in, bring your awareness to your hands and your feet as if your hands were your lungs, as if your feet were your lungs, and you're pulling the air down and into all the extremities of your body, and then you're holding it fully expanded, okay? And then just at the beginning here, just do an in breath, hold it for a minute, or 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever, and then even expiration, even exhalation, right? And when I mean even, I mean literally as if your whole body was depressurizing equally, every cell. So here's the master key, my friends. So after just doing some deep breathing in and out, breathing into our whole body, breathing into our extremities, we're finding more balance, alignment, and tranquility. And that alignment is the thing that opens up the vehicle to the pranic flow. This is the goal, okay? And finding that alignment. Now, we're going to get into the master key of this meditation, and that's step 2. Step 2, breathe through every cell of the body. The sacred state breath work is reprogramming that we don't breathe with lungs. Yes, there's a physical breath, that's the heavy breath, but then there's a subtle breath. You know, we breathe on all levels. God breathed life into the heavens and expanded them. God breathed life into the earth and expanded it, right? You have the breath of life. It is a gift from God. It is the spirit. Breath equals spiritus in the Latin. And essentially, we're learning how to breathe the subtle breath and become aware of the subtle body. And to do that, breathe through every cell of your body, as if every cell of your body was like a lung base itself, right? So to do this, fully exhale after doing even breathing method, right? Fully exhale. Sit there in that space in between worlds. Just sit there and become aware of the totality of you. Become aware of everything you feel, attaching to nothing, focusing nowhere, you know? It's almost like when you're playing tennis or ping pong or something, your eyes kind of blur out, you know? And you're just naturally hitting the ball and your whole body's just loose in that flow state. What you want to do is completely release your inhibition, your turbulence, and just feel your body. Feel everything. Don't run from anything, right? And now create a loving space. Create a loving space, a loving container where you amplify everything you feel. If you feel something like a prick, allow it, give it permission to explode, right? Here's the thing. We have such little awareness of things we feel inside of us. We are so blocked off from the awareness and knowledge of self and breathing in totality. And in order to even realize that, right, we have to create a loving space to allow the feelings to be felt, right? To allow our awareness to enter into each part of the body. So the more you do breath work in these types of meditations, the quicker that full body awareness will come to you. For many of us, we're gonna have to start by bringing our awareness into our feet and taking a few breaths through the feet, through the legs, as if we're breathing through the cells in that part of the body. Bring your awareness into your hand. Just a good example, just to see how it unfolds. Bring your awareness into your hand and breathe through the cells of your hand as if your hand was just pulling in light and expelling light, like it was a sponge for ether, right? Breathe into your hand. Do that on each part of your body where necessary, so you can gain fuller body awareness. Now getting into the real sacred state meditation, breathing through every cell of your body. Here's the key. Breathe through every cell of your body into your solar plexus, right into your heart. It's the center, right where your rib cage connects to your spine, right behind there, right? That is our core of transmutation. That is the core of the pranic energetic body. That is the core of your breath. That is the core of your being. That is where the soul is held, right? What we want to do is, that is like a living sun that has all these extremities. That's the heart with all these like arteries of prana, chi, right, that connect to every cell of the body. What we do is we breathe and allow our entire body to expand. Allow your arm and all the cells to expand. Allow your face to expand. Allow your feet to expand. Breathing through your entire body. Now, on the hold, here's the key. Equalize, right? Equalize. Equalize meaning allow the pressure to spread evenly. Allow the fields to permeate each other. This is how we transcend and transmute blockages in the being. Essentially what we're doing is we're pulling in all this pure light into us, right? And now we're allowing that to mix and merge with any impurities within us, right? Creating one water. Allow the waters to settle, feeling all, breathing through the cells. And when we exhale, here's a key. Exhale through every cell evenly. It is all about learning to breathe equal breaths, to breathe in totality and fullness. A lot of people will get stuck like breathing right to here. They don't get any deeper. Only like a quarter of their lungs actually expand, right? And there's all these inconsistencies in the pressure. Pressurize the entire body, right? Push out your rib cage, push out your stomach, push out your lower abdomen, right? And allow the entire spine and all the bones, breathe into the bones, right? So breathing with the whole body. On the exhale, allow the entire body, very slow exhale, a very slow exhale, as if the body was just leaking light. It was just like light was just shimmering off and seeping out of each cell in an equal fashion. We are not breathing through the lungs, although in the heavy physical sense, yes, we are. but we're learning how to breathe through the whole body, right? And allow the pressure to equalize through the body and release evenly. It's a master key. Go try it out. Okay, where are we at? Yeah, allow yourself to balance. So, for instance, when you're doing this breath work and you're pressurizing everything, expanding everything, when you're on that inhale and you're holding, right? And I should have mentioned this earlier. The inhale, as slow, as silent as possible. The hold, as still, as even, as balanced as possible. The exhale, right? As equalizing as possible. On the exhale, anywhere that you feel there's compensation, there's a blockage, there's tension, there's pain, right? There's some kind of misalignment in the body. On the exhale, imagine that like the wave has come in, right? And now the wave of ether is just moving out. Allow every part of you to move out with it. We are blending thyself with the prana. We are blending. Okay, so just to wrap everything up there, we're learning to breathe through each cell of the body, learning to equalize the body, and start tapping into our subtle awareness. While doing this entire meditation, be very finely attuned to the subtleties. So, this is a major point of it. This is kind of just raw right here, but attuning to the subtleties, meaning when we like inhale, like how still, how silent, how relaxed can you become, right? When you're holding it all in. When you exhale, imagine you are just dying to the mother. Everything is dropping, right? Everything that is blocking perfect alignment is just dropping away. Everything you feel is just falling out of you. Everything that's imperfect is being sucked out of you, right? You're becoming full and whole and in balance with the holy. So yeah, relax twice as much on the inhale. On the exhale. On the inhale, breathe in that peace, that tranquility into every cell, and just allow every cell to expand gently, right? And then have a gentle release. My friends, the sacred state breath work is very yin. It can be done sitting up, and there's benefits to the sitting up posture. There's also benefits to a laying down posture because you can become more attuned to the spine, you know? But whatever floats your boat, you know? But essentially, you're relaxing on the exhale, and you're also relaxing on the inhale. So the inhale in general is yin, right? And relaxing, like breathing in, you're pressurizing, and then you're relaxing with all that pressure. You're holding space. It's actually a yang quality within that yin container, and it's holding the space and allowing watching everything, unconditional observation of the breath. Ponder the breath, you know, with dispassionate wonder. Anyways, just to conclude things here, that is sacred state breathwork. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, do breathwork, energy work with me, or you know, coaching in general, link in the description. You can apply for a free consultation. Also, breathwork package in the link in the description, an older 10 best